All right, here we go, getting set for another weekend of great action, and we have the final Kentucky Derby prep race or qualifying points race in the Lexington. It's 20 points for the winner. It has zero bearing on what's going to happen with the Kentucky Derby, but it's a good card of racing. And the race that comes before it is the Jenny Wiley, so I've decided to take a look at both races. I think we can make something happen with that double and maybe even a late pick 3 if you're so inclined. Let's get down to business, all right? Taking a look at the Jenny Wiley is the first one up. It is on the turf course, a mile and a 16th, race number 9 on the card. 10 runners signed on. Here's the thing about this particular race. The number one component is there's not a lot of early speed in the race. The two outside runners, Aussie Girl and Suggesta, are the two that most likely push the pace in here. That's only two runners to do that. And then you have others that may want to sit just off. And then the most dangerous runner is the runner that's probably going to be your post-time favorite, your morning line choice, the 7 Lush Lips. Now she can sit just off. She can press if they go really slow, and then she can push right past them in the stretch. She's very dangerous. So let's take a look at what's happening with the entire field. I think that Aussie Girl is the controlling speed. I think they will be tough. Mainly because you can see she wants to be forwardly placed, and she's consistently there. And also the rider, Ben Curtis, has already established himself that he is an assertive rider. He's not a send rider, but he's assertive, and he can get out there on the front end. And when he does, they're dangerous like they were in the Endeavor last time out at the end of January at Tampa. They come back fresh, and I think they run well fresh. The question is, will they be able to get away with anything in terms of slowing things down for the fractions? I don't know, because the favorite most likely will be Lush Lips, in great form with 3 consecutive victories and winning 4 of the last 5. And the thing is, like I said before, she's got some speed, and she most likely can sit just off. Now, if she chooses to engage with Aussie Girl, which I think she probably will, that's going to set things up even more for this runner. Destino d'Oro, who's had some issues running behind Lush Lips in the past, but I think now she'll get the perfect setup. Junior Alvarado for Brad Cox. She'll sit off the pace. Lush Lips and Aussie Girl, and maybe even Suggesta to the outside, should make sure that things are honest up there on the front end. So I'm going to make my top pick the 8, Destino d'Oro, who will probably be maybe 7-2. So we might get some decent value on that at post time. So that's race number 9. We roll on into race 10. That's the Grade 3 Lexington Stakes, a mile and a 16th. Race number 10, as I mentioned, 20 points for the Kentucky Derby qualifiers, but that is not even remotely important. So let's see about trying to get this money. Looking at these runners, the thing about it is there's some speed in here. Corona de Oro to the inside has some speed. Exhibition Only also has some speed. I don't think they're quick enough to control the pace because you've got the sprinter stretching out. Decisive Win, that runner is going to be the quickest, and I think they're going to try and get the lead. But here's the thing. I just identified some speed to the inside. They probably won't try to engage, but they can't let the 3 get too far away. And then you've got the 4 Enforced Agenda. They're going to stalk. They're not going to be too close. Mr. T has shown speed in the past, but when they stretched out last time out at Indiana, or at Horseshoe Indianapolis rather, they did not show speed. They made the move from off the pace. Ramblin' is just going to sit and hope that they go nuts on the front end and try to run them down. Now, the hell we did. The 7 in here is a horse that's been running at Ruidoso, Zia, and Sunland. Sprinting in all 3. And was sitting just off. I think with Louis Size, I think they're going to be forwardly placed as well. We'll get into all that. Trendsetter, make the move from off the pace. Easem has speed. The 9 Confessional is the Triple Crown nominee that will try to run them down. I did also has a little bit of pace to the outside. So how does this look? Right? We believe that the 3 Decisive Win is the quickest and will go. Easem, the 9, also has speed and has to be forwardly placed, not to mention the inside runners, Corona de Oro, Exhibition Only. They want to get position early. The hell we did, they want to get position early. So that's 5 horses that need to get position early. I did to the outside. Because of that post, they may want to commit as well, just to get themselves into position, right? So this horse right here, the hell we did coming out of those sprint races, and with Louis Size in the irons, Louis is a very assertive rider. I think they'll totally be placed on the front end, and they might contest that lead. That means that a horse like Confessional should get the perfect setup. And if Irad is truly riding this runner, he knows what to do. Now, they closed in the Virginia Derby, and they couldn't make up enough ground to get to your winner, Incredibolt, on that day. And Incredibolt had the perfect trip, like the dream trip, like all the way around. You could not have written that up in a Hollywood script even better than what Incredibolt got in the Virginia Derby. Confessional was sitting behind that and tried to make up ground. I think he'll get more pace to run at as they cut back in distance, and the horse looks like he's probably going to be in the right spot. He'll probably end up being your favorite as well. Now, because there's a lot of speed in the race, I've been looking at this runner, and I feel like if this runner does go in this race, I wouldn't be surprised if Ramblin is scratched. But if Ramblin goes in this race, he's a long shot closer, and if the pace completely melts down, which I think is very, very possible, and he's going to be in the perfect spot to pick up all the pieces. He has a great closing kick. He's consistently making up ground in the stretch. He's had some recent runs, so his fitness level should be at its peak. And as I mentioned, if he stays and goes in this race, which I actually sort of doubt, but if he does, we're going to use him, and I think he might be really, really, really dangerous and valuable. So we've taken a look at both races, and we feel like, okay, it's going to be really tough to beat some of the top choices. So we'll try to make money with the double. And you could also use the pick 3 as well, because that last race on the card at Keeneland is a maiden race. Some people would push the all button. I say you use 5 horses in there, but if you do that, you still have a chance to utilize this double I'm going to give you and still keep it within your budget. So here we go. Saturday the 11th, we're going to play at Keeneland. It's a $10 double with the Jenny Wiley and the Lexington. We're going to use the 8 and the 9, Destino d'Oro and Aussie Girl, but our top pick will be Destino d'Oro, and depending upon the post-time odds, we'll think about whether you put a win wager there. In the Lexington, the 10 Confessional is our top selection, but we'll also use the 6 Ramblin'. And then, of course, you can make a decision at post-time. If Ramblin's in the race and the speed horses do not all scratch out, I would probably make a win wager on the 6 Ramblin'. And depending upon the odds for Confessional post-time in that race, you would also consider a win wager there. But without the win wagers, you still have a 2 times 2 is 4 times 10, $40 on the $10 double in race 9 and 10 Saturday from Keeneland. And that's how you kind of try to, you're not really manufacturing, but you're just trying to take what is being given, right? And then maximize that and try to turn a profit on that. As I mentioned, you can also add that last race, make it a pick 3. You could also put that all within your pick 5, because although there's a pretty tough maiden race, race number 8. So you make your own decisions. I feel like I've done some work for you, and that's how we play it this weekend. All right? All right, that's how we do it here on Horse Race Bets. In the meantime, in between time, until next time, I'm Ken Rudolph. Hey, we'll see you then. Good luck and enjoy whatever you're into.